बेटा, yes please. So करो ना, change करो ना. आपने पे white रखो ना, fair enough, fair enough. But see, I said there's nothing right and wrong. So this is perfectly fine. I'll start here and then go back. I'd like to hear answers from everybody so that everybody gets involved. Yes? Fair enough. कोई ना खबर ना पड़े. White શું કહેવાય, હવા હાથમાં રાખીને અંદર સ્લિપ કરી દેવાનું એવું જ ને કંઈ. યા એક દેખાણ તો મને white મળે white. Come on yaar. આટલું વર્ષનો experience છે, I know. Next, I'll explain it to you. Next. Okay, I'll say what happened. જે bookમાં હતું, two people did mention the same thing, but I think they had gone through that because this idea, I mean, this was written in the book. What that lady did, the girl did, was that she picked up one of the black peppers and she threw it on the floor so that nobody could look at her. And she said, "Hi, so clumsy of me. So clumsy of me, it just slipped from my hand. But let's do one thing. Let's open the box. If it's a box, there's a white pepper, that means I've picked up a black pepper. And if there's a black pepper, that means I've picked up a white pepper." So when they opened up the box, which color was that? So I'm coming from a place wherein we used to believe one thing, firmly believe. In fact, I wanted to mention that when we were speaking, sir, that we don't care what the government gives us. We don't care what the policy is. If we want to do something in business, we will do it. So we don't believe that the government is not supporting us, the policy is not there, so we are not able to do it. I would rather say, please forgive me, but I will say bullshit. If I want to do something, ताली मार लो. That's for you. ये ताली इसलिए बज रही है कि you have clapped, you are committing that you are going to do this. We don't care what the policy is. We don't care what the government gives us. हमें business करना है, हम करेंगे against all adversity. And that is a true entrepreneur. ये startup तो as you very well know, because we were talking policy frame नहीं हुई थी. क्या होता है वो भी frame नहीं होता है. I just gave him some examples also. I drove a person out. I said go to hell. I'll take care of it myself. So coming back to this yellow pages thing. Coming back to that thing. जहाँ पे कहानी में twist है. So I started. So I didn't have money. So now without money, what one should do? I started taking part-time people. I started taking freshers. I went to, because in a website business, I started a web page business. You require designers, right? Way back in 96, 97, nobody knew what computers were. So I went to CN School of Arts or College of Arts and told the principal, sir, I don't have money, but I can give them computers and I can give them code. At that time, Corel was popular and PageMaker was popular. So I thought I can give them this facility. And believe me, girls, I got 10 to 12 girls coming from that institute, not for money, but for learning. I told them I cannot teach computers, but I can give them books. So they came in part-time and started designing. So this is what I want to tell you girls, point number 1. Point number 2, I went to NIT and told the sir that I do not have money, but if you can send me your scholarship students. I said I do not want your normal students, because obviously everybody would have that fashion show in their mind. But I want your scholarship students who can come down and who want to learn HTML, hypertext markup language, which is used for programming. So this is how I got my team. Now, after forming and other technical things, I took care of myself, like co-location, hosting of servers and things like that. After that, now it happens that I went back to the company and said, okay sir, I'm ready, let's start. Okay? So you know what that company told me? Guesses? We have thought that we don't want to pursue this any further. So my whole dreams came shattering. That now what to do, because I prepared myself, and you start living in a dream, okay, because ultimately, let's be very honest, at the end of the day, nobody would like to do marketing, sales. તૈયાર ધંધો મળે છે, આપણે તો ખાલી ડિઝાઇનિંગ કરીને આવવાનું છે. But at the end of the day, they said no. So now I had 2 choices. What is choice number 1?
Join your father's business.
Come again?
Join your father's business.
Join your father's business. Wow, yaar, it never struck me. Believe me, that time also it didn't struck me, yaar. It was not that choice. Okay, what are the choice? Do it yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, I had 2 choices. Seriously, that father-wala to strike kiya hi nahi. That was never an option for me. But what struck me was that either I do it on my own, because I need to have my now technical team ready, or second, I go back to whatever I was doing, the multimedia thing, the presentation thing. So I took that choice. I'll now do it on my own. And then the journey started, and I'll just explain to you how what happened. You'll be interested to know. I started doing my sales, marketing, and all that. Even I had a part-time person. As usual, I cannot afford full-time, so I used to keep part-time people. my part-time person, and I used to go to offices or factories in Vatva, Odav, Naroda, Nagaur, all industrial estates. Now, when I used to go there and on the shop floor, I could never recognize who the boss is. How do you recognize a boss at that time? Very simple, my marketing guy taught me that rusan, the person who has a Rado chain in his neck and Rado watch and a gold chain is the boss. So girls, this is what we learned from the market, that the bosses from the field side, the bosses used to work on the shop floor. This is what I want to tell you, that if you are the boss, don't be in any wrong impression that you are supposed to sit in an AC cabin. Because the day you think that you are going to sit in an AC cabin, forget it, you are not an entrepreneur, point number one. And forget it, ever you are going to become an entrepreneur. Because an entrepreneur is supposed to work on the field with his boys or girls or his team or whatever and lead from the front. So this is what I learned from them. Now point number two, what I learned. When we used to go there and talk about websites, now we did a very good thing, a very wise thing. Websites, you would be knowing that, but at that time, people used to ask me, my class used to ask me, okay, what is the difference between a web page and a website? So this is where we use the KISS funda, though I am not an MBA student, but and KISS to maine baad mein, KISS yani keep it simple. That's KISS. वो हंसने वाला नहीं, इमरान हंसने वाली नहीं है, confusion मत कर लेना. So KISS funda tha, keep it simple. I learned it afterwards, but we used to practice it before learning it. So we used to tell our customers, when a customer asked me what is the difference between a website and a web page, we used to say, sir, a web page is